After an Italian lunch in NYC and a reunion with Anne Hathaway from Devil Wears Prada, Emily Blunt dons a red coat with a crimson hue. Emily Blunt appeared chic on Wednesday as she was at Lincoln Center in Midtown Manhattan, wearing a bright red long coat with a satin lining over a multicolored pattern dress with a black background. The British actress looked stunning for the holidays. The 40-year-old actress wore a dark brown shoulder purse hanging from her arm and accessorized with beige platform loafers featuring a silver accent on top. She had long earrings, a necklace, and rings on most of her fingers. She was very blinged out. With her long blonde hair down and her skin toned down with a bronze blush, the performer exuded a lovely glam look. 2 security officers accompanied the actor John Krasinski's wife as she left Lincoln Ristorante, an Italian restaurant. This comes after Blunt and co-star Anne Hathaway from Devil Wears Prada starred in a cover story for Variety. The actresses met on the set of Devil Wears Prada and have been friends for 18 years. It had been almost 20 years since they first graced the screen as antagonistic assistants Andrea and Emily, respectively, in the seminal comedy from 2006 that shot them to international fame. "Among the folks I've known the longest is you," Blunt told Hathaway. "We've known one another for 18 years, which shocked her. What? We are in the mature stage of our relationship." As Hathaway joked, "We are so drunk in England right now," Blunt replied in a funny way, "That's drinking age in England." For Variety's Actors on Actors edition, the Hollywood actresses got back together. Before the cameras rolled on the $325 million blockbuster, the stars took a trip down memory lane to share the specifics of their very first meeting. "Was our meeting prior to the table reading?" Blunt questioned, jokingly pointing out that her memory isn't her strongest suit. "It's really embarrassing because I can still remember every detail of our first meeting," laughed Hathaway in response. "I'm much more into you than you are into me. It's all right. It's all right," she went on. "I heard that they mentioned your name and they said, 'It's this amazing girl from England and she's so funny.' And I recall turning as I entered the room to see you. I immediately thought to myself, what a movie star. You were sprinkling stars." Hathaway went on. "We then headed to Starbucks. I gave you a tour of my neighborhood in New York. I was so green coming into that circumstance," Blunt replied, "and you resembled the coziest hug. You treated me like a total equal, despite the fact that you were a huge movie star at the time." The 40-year-old British beauty continued, saying that she and the other actress had a joy bomb while filming the picture, even though neither of them could have imagined it being a major hit. Blunt continued, "It's quoted to me every week. It is the film that will forever alter my life." The film, which was directed by David Frankel, is based on Lauren Weisberger's 2003 novel of the same name. It centers on Hathaway's character, Andy Sachs, a recent college graduate who wants to work as a journalist. She secures a position as the formidable editor-in-chief of the esteemed fashion magazine Runway, Miranda Priestley, who also hires distant lead assistant Emily Charlton. Hathaway and Blunt had a great time reciting famous lines from the film during their reunion for Variety, and they disclosed that Streep and Stanley Tucci, who played art director Nigel Kipling, would frequently improvise their lines. They also talked about how much fun they had on site, something that they said Streep frequently missed because she was playing the strict boss. "You know, I feel like has always wanted to take part in our enjoyment. She remains so true to herself," Hathaway remarked. "Are you aware that she hasn't performed using method acting since?" Blunt added his voice. "She said that because we were all having a party on the other side of the set, it made her so miserable on this one. She then declared, 'I won't do this again.'" The moment where Hathaway's heroine bemoans her boss to her boyfriend was also discussed by the actresses. Hathaway said, "Fun fact, I'm wearing my cousin's headband in that scene. You know what made that headband so appealing to me? Your tiny bangs would be noticeable. It was so adorable. It was all really nerdy, and I was so hungry for that grilled cheese," Blunt answered.